Okay, we're back with Ursinus head coach Peter Gallagher and quarterback Kevin Monahan. Coach, Ursinus has never had 6 straight winning seasons. You're at 5 in a row. What has led to the team's turnaround in your tenure?
You know, it's been a focus on the process at Ursinus more than the results of empowering our kids to take charge and incorporating and encouraging lateral leadership and working with our kids and our administration to bring in great players.
Your senior quarterback here, Kevin Monahan, stepped in last year, led you guys to a winning season. What are you expecting from him in year 2 as a starter?
Well, Kevin has always been a tremendous football player for us, and we've been fortunate to have some great quarterbacks. And Kevin's, we're excited about Kevin developing and continuing to develop in our offense, and as a senior leader and captain to take the reins of this football program and keep us moving forward.
Kevin, then question for you, obviously. What are you looking for heading into your senior season? How have you been trying to evolve your game, improve your game heading into your senior year? You can take my microphone.
Just working hard in the off season, getting together with guys in the summer. We have pretty high expectations for our offense. I have high expectations for myself, and my job is to just play quarterback, be a leader for the team, and hopefully bring us to our highest potential this year. So.
You guys have Josh Williams returning as someone to throw to. That helps. Who else are you looking to step up to go alongside him?
Well, a year ago, 2 years ago, as a sophomore, Darius Jones really had a breakout year for us. He broke his hand last year about halfway through the season. So certainly Darius, with his height and speed, to be able to help us vertically stretch the field. We're going to move Safi Hasib from tight end to a slot receiver. Nicholas Lundholm, which is also going to compete with Kevin at the quarterback spot, is going to move to wide receiver on more of a permanent basis to help shore up that spot.
So you have more weapons than at wide receiver. At tailback last year, Corey Kelly ran for almost 400 yards. Is he going to be the feature back this year, or are there other options?
Well, I think Corey certainly has the talent to be the type of running back that we need within our offense. Senior Taylor Paul came in last year as well. Towards the end of the season, showed his potential. We're excited about Taylor and Corey both competing. I would predict that both of them do see significant time for us this year, and a good nucleus of kids there that are going to be competing for time for us at the tailback spot.
I think Francis Gray is your only returner on the offensive line. Who else is going to be there alongside him, and how do you go about shaping that unit, getting them to play together?
Well, actually, Woody Stefankowitz is a returning starter at offensive tackle.
Okay.
And then Fran, certainly at the center spot. Fran, a tremendous football player out of St. Joe's Prep, came in and started a solid amount of games for us as a freshman at a position that it's not easy to play. Our starting center broke his hand, had to move out to tackle. Fran played center, played guard, did everything he needed to do. So Fran being there and Woody, he's a very big athletic kid at 6'7", 300 and some odd pounds. Steve Hummel got some time for us last year at guard. Luke McLeese has played coming off an injury, and we're expecting him to compete in there. Connor Newland at Souderton Area High School has had a great spring for us and has positioned himself well. And in addition to, I'm fairly confident in saying our best recruiting class at that spot, offensive line, bringing in 7 very talented players, are going to add to the competition there.
Shifting over to the defense, junior defensive end Steve, is it Ames?
Steve Ames.
Steve Ames. Second team All Centennial Conference last year. Talk about his development in the offseason.
Well, Steve is one of our our best players, and he's also one of our hardest workers. So I think when you have that combination, you have a chance to be something really special. And again, Steve's coming into the meat of his career. He's going to be a junior. He's been elected captain as a junior by his peers. So certainly Steve has the ability and the attitude to not only be a very good football player for us on the field, but also be a leader in the locker room and helping this team move forward.
You have practically your whole secondary back from last year, from what I see. How does that help you schematically, defensively, planning when you have that much experience back?
Well, having all 5 starters back certainly is huge. Our defensive staff has gone through a couple changes, promoting Mark Lordeye, which was a player actually in our 2010 championship year, and bringing back Shane Eachus to coach our secondary with Mark handling the defensive line. We're excited about being multiple in our secondary within our 4-2-5 system, and being able to move those guys around, give a lot of different looks, pressure the line of scrimmage, and not only do we have the 5 starters there, our 2 starters at linebacker, but the depth at the linebacker and in the secondary position is as good as we've had.
And you should have some stability at both punter and place kicker last year. Eric Boyer, how does that help you?
Well, I think anytime that you have a kicker that can put points on the board, that's a great thing for you. For those who know us and have watched us offensively, we're not racing the play clock like a lot of teams now are doing. We want to get into the best play possible, a big part of what Kevin does well. We want to have sustained drives. That does put a lot more pressure on you in the red zone to score, and which is really neat for Eric, that he's led the Centennial Conference in field goals made the last 2 years. I think if you ask him, he'd just soon be kicking extra points than field goals. So a big part of what we're doing is focusing on finishing those drives in the red zone. But I think, as everybody knows, the defenses out there are very talented, and it gets tougher when the field constricts. So, you can tack 3 points on at any point in the game, then you're doing pretty well.
And then the last, same question for both of you guys. We'll start with Kevin here. Senior season, quarterback, what's your hopes for the season for the team as a whole?
Like I said before, I want our team to play, as high a potential as we can. We go into every season hoping to win the conference. There's a lot of great teams in the conference this year. There's a lot of great players. So, I just hope as a captain and the other 3 captains we can get the team where it needs to be, and hopefully bring home a ring this year.
Coach?
We stopped focusing on winning and using the terms winning and championship, and we started focusing on, like I said earlier, the process and working hard and eliminating mistakes and execution. So those are the things that we're focused on. And I think that the end result will be a product of how well we accomplish those things internally, how well we come together as a team, as a staff. I'm very, very excited about the staff that we do have put together here, and excited about the number of players that we have reporting to camp here next week.
Excellent. Good luck this year, guys. Kevin? Coach?
All right, Justin. Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you.
Okay.